What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody? It's Only We Played, and the long promised, if you're going to go out and drink, this is some COD 4 gameplay. If this runs a little longer, I'll add some COD 4 shooting gameplay, a little variety to you. It's Friday, and you're going, you know what? I think it's time for me to go out and get wasted. Well, I'm here to give you the tips of how to properly go out and get your buzz on. Again, if you are not of age to drink, don't drink. And obviously enjoy yourself responsibly. What I think is really funny is when you watch these commercials and there's these things where it's like some kind of pill if you have like an itch, and it's like it, may cause diarrhea, may cause this, may cause that. It's just like, damn, like they're giving you every single possible information that they legally have to. But with alcohol, they just kind of go, just be responsible. Just be safe. And so I'm going to give you guys some tips for you just turned 21ers, or I don't know what the legal age is other places. But here, it's 21. Let me explain it. So first tip is you need to know that you're going to be intaking alcohol. Alcohol is a poison. And so what you need to do is you also need to intake other things along the way to kind of prepare for the hangover. And one of the things that you need to do is you need to probably have a nice hearty meal before you go out for a night of drinking. And some people make the mistake of pre-funking, which is, to save some money or whatever, you need to actually drink some alcohol before you go to the bar, which is really stupid because by the time you get there, it's a shit show. So you want to eat, and then also one thing that I've learned in my years of drinking experience is that water is key. Throughout the night, chug a couple bottles of water. Just it's gonna save you so much on the tip of later on when you're really, really drunk. So a couple things. You need to kind of make a conscious decision when you want to drink. Like, I don't understand these people that surprise drink. And what I mean by that is just be like, oh, I just had a couple drinks and all of a sudden we had 15 and I'm shit-faced. It's like, no. You need to basically make a plan if you are going to go out to drink. And this commentary is going to be so sporadic and so all over the place. I already know that I'm going to have other things I need to get into. But so first thing first, obviously have a good meal before you decide you are going to go drink. Figure out the driving situation. Don't think, like, it is the stupidest thing for you to do to go, okay, I'm going to go out and have just a couple drinks and then just drive home. So figure out either a DD, a taxi, somebody later on could pick you up and take you back. Figure out something so that after you're drinking, you're not driving. Because that is, like, a DUI is like the worst thing you could do. You could possibly kill someone. And so that's pretty much about, like, you need to focus on, you need to actually have your exit strategy before you take your first drink. Now, when you go to the bar, one of the first things that you should do is, what I like to do is I stick to one drink. I'm a Jaeger bomb kind of guy. I like Jaeger bombs and screwdrivers and also Patron. So the best thing to do is to try to stick to one drink and then go up to the bartender. And hopefully you already have a rapport with the bartender from going there previous times. So this is your first time going out. This is like a local neighborhood bar or a place that you're going to frequent often. Go up to the bartender and order what you normally order and tip insane on it. I mean, like, let's say you order, 2 Jaeger bombs, it's $10, give them 20. Like, there you go. What you're doing is you're planting the seed that later on in the night, if there's a crowd, he might actually say, fuck the rest of the crowd and serve you first. He's going to know what you want, and he's going to make the drinks fatter. Okay? You need to know what kind of drinks that you like. You need to know what your shot is. You need to know what not your shot is. And you need to also know that don't mix a lot of different types of drinks. Like, it's a bad idea to have, like, Rumple Mints and then a Jaeger bomb, then a Patron shot, then some vodka, then some rum, then some, basically try to keep it very segregated as far as the people that you are, the people, the nationalities of the drinks that you're actually taking. Try to do that. Another thing is that you need to know that when you are drinking, put your phone away. One thing that, and I've done this too many times, one thing is that you have to realize that even though you are having the time of your life, you're really wasted, you're feeling like you're partying or whatever, realize that people that aren't drinking, that are at home trying to get a good night's rest, do not give a shit what you have to say in a drunk text or a drunk phone call. Just realize that. Drinking, going out to the bar with your friends at a social thing, really it should be a celebration. Like most people, what they do is that they have a, how do I say this? They work like a Monday through Friday, and then, they've had a long week. Maybe they hate the job, maybe they like it, I don't know, but they've had a long week, but now it's the weekend. So they go out and drink. So that's like a celebration. Celebration drinking is way more fun than poor me, I'm sad about life, I just think I should just get drunk because I'm like, getting drunk out of boredom or getting drunk because you had a bad day never really leads to anything good. Just letting you know that right now. Tip fat on the bar. Here's the thing. The relationship that you have with the bouncer and the relationship that you have with the bartender are key. The bouncer can kick you out at any time you want, so you want to make sure that that man or woman's happy. And also with the bartender, you need to make sure him or her is taken care of. They don't really make much money, but they make a lot of money off of tips. So if you go in there, tip fat. That's all I can say is just tip fat. It'll actually save you money if you tip hefty. The reason why is because they're going to give you better drinks. Now, if you're ordering like bottled beer or something like that, obviously they can't give you extra beer. But like if you're ordering shots, they can make the shots bigger. A lot of times if you tip fat, a lot of times bartenders will just take a bunch of stuff off. They just won't ring you up for some of the drinks or whatnot. Liquor before beer, you're in the clear. And just realize that the more you drink, the shittier the next day is going to be. So if you have school, if you have work, well, here's the thing. You can drink and then go to work the next day. The only issue with it is you need to drink very, very moderately. But if you want to go out and get fiffy and black out, and I'm not telling you guys to go out and black out. Blacking out's not a good thing. It's actually your body going, no more alcohol, But if that is something you're interested in doing, you just need to basically make sure all your ducks in a row for it. Drink lots of water while you do it. Make sure you don't have shit to do the next day. Don't drive. Tip your bartenders fat. And I'm going to let you know, for all you Call of Duty heads out there, one of the most special things you can do is go out and get really, really wasted. And then, and also, when you're like really, really, really wasted, fucking is harder. It just is. It's not... You don't have the blood flow, and you're just sloppy. And girls don't find sloppy drunk dudes sexy. I'm just going to let you know that right now. Now, we may be more charming, or we think we're more charming, but we're not. And sloppy drunk girls are... Like, drunk girls are sexy. Sloppy drunks are a mess. As far as things for a girl to do, I have no idea because I'm not a girl. You guys look like you have lots of issues and problems you need to work out. Also, last tip I'm going to give you is try to go with cash. Give them your card. Say, I'm not going to be charging this, but I'm going to be paying cash. But normally a bar wants to keep a card on file. Never run out your tab. And I'm only blade. I only stab people when I knife them. And safe drinking. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Let's edit this out so it all syncs up. Okay, I forgot about money. So, if you don't have money to go out and drink, don't. All right. Nothing's more pathetic than you being kind of wasted and you go, I don't have any more money, and you ask your friends, and then nice guys like me have to buy you a drink because you're an asshole. So, if you don't have money to go out, and this applies to restaurants as well as bars, if you don't have money to go out and properly tip and spend that money for the night, don't go out. Period. Unless someone's going to be taking care of you money-wise, but for the most part, just don't. What you see right here is a I just can't believe that I'm on a rampage and my helicopter kills me. So enjoy it. I'll leave the audio on. And not telling you to go out and drink, but if you do, just follow a couple simple steps. So a lot of people, like a lot of times, people say, "Blade, why are you so relaxed and chilled?" And just kind of, it's kind of my nature. It's just kind of how I've been. Like when I was younger, I was a little bit more rambunctious or whatever. But it's more so just that I'm big into patterns and I'm big into like listening to stories and I kind of see how things play out and kind of like what I talk about with the butterfly effect, and then why I talk about the butterfly effect being such a deep movie is because in reality, nothing in that movie actually existed because he was able to time travel. He realized the error in his ways, this and that. He realized that the one thing he cared about so much in life was that he loved that girl so much that he hurt her so much, so it's better just not to even be in that situation. So, I don't know. I've seen so many scenarios played out, and it's kind of funny because like the whole Call of Duty scene and the whole Call of Duty cycle. It's like I've seen it played out, and it's just like it doesn't need to be talked about. And I I was at the hospital recently because I got this big like tennis ball size like abscess on the side of my jawline, and so I was in the hospital and I was sitting there and they were taking my blood pressure, and I'm gonna be honest, my blood pressure is kind of high just for the simple fact that I haven't really been taking care of myself, and I'm getting back to that. You guys don't have to worry. Like, really thought-provoking comments are saying, Blade, we really want you to take better care of yourself so that you can be here for longer, and I get that, and the key is that life is too short. You kind of have to slow it down, and one thing that I found kind of interesting is that I continued to take my blood pressure, and I was sitting there and I was watching the little, the hospital TV, and for whatever reason, there on the TV there was a thing about this girl who had plastic. Her name was Shyla Hershey, I think it was, and she was this Brazilian girl, and she basically just kept on getting boob implants. And I'm really anti boob implants, but like these look good. And when she was doing the interview and her boobies were heaving or whatever, I kind of zoned out, and they actually took my blood pressure, and I didn't even notice that they took my blood pressure. My blood pressure was way better, and it's kind of like a Zen thing. Like I know this sounds absolutely ridiculous, and I know this sounds a little silly, but like one of the things that calms me down and just simplifies things is tits, is boobs, is fucking dairy cannons. And I don't know what it is about them, man, but like I just know that visually when I see, you know, the perfect God art form of boobs, I'm just happy. I'm just in a better, jolly, awesome place. And I know it sounds absolutely ridiculous, and not saying that I don't ever get angry or upset or I ever fucking complain, because you guys know I complain about a lot of stuff, but like at the same time I'm more about the kind of meditation zen, like let's just relax kind of thing, and the thing that does that for me is boobs. Like boobs are such a strong visual thing for me that when it does I tend to kind of not listen around me. It's almost like I only have, when you start a video game and they're like you can use attributes for, you have 50 attributes to use, and you have these 10 things, and you can either spend a lot on mobility or you can spend a lot on this, but then you're going to be lacking in strength. It's kind of like when you play Fight Night, right? When you play Fight Night and they say you have so many points to start off your character. For whatever reason, when I visually look at boobs, when I see a nice chest or whatever, it seems as if I put so much of my attributes, just dump it all on my eyes, and the whole listening thing,
or sense of smell or whatever, kind of, that level kind of goes down just because I'm just happier doing that. Now, when a girl is talking to me and she has a nice rack or whatever, I'm not just gonna be the dude that's like, boobs. It's like that. That's not the thing at all. That's not what I'm doing. Like, I have more respect for women just to just stare at their breasts. You know what I mean? But like at the same time, like, I'm aware, and I feel like it's almost like looking at the sun. Like, you can't. You're gonna be aware of the sun. Like, when you walk outside, you're gonna be aware of that bright ass thing in the sky. But you're not gonna be. You're not just gonna stare at it. So I don't know. Like, a lot of times, like, a good example is when I get into lobbies. A lot of times, what happens is, like, the people will be like, "Oh my god," they're like, "Oh, that's the fake Blade," or "Oh, that is Blade." It's just like, and a lot of times I don't plug in my mic, or unless it's just someone saying, "Hey, Blade, love your videos, bro." I might put on my mic and be like, "Hey, thanks, man, I appreciate it." I don't like the whole people treating me like I'm something special just because I play Call of Duty or I make videos. But a lot of people get really excited about it, and I don't like to plug my mic in because then it turns into like a kind of like this weird Call of Duty press conference where I have to answer a lot of questions. And when I play Call of Duty, I like to lose track of time. I like to just kind of zone out and be that way, because if I just sit here and just overanalyze everything and overthink everything, it's not good. And it's better for me to just kind of chill out, zone out, and do my thing. And boobs and Call of Duty and other things allow me to do that, to basically make me a chiller, more interesting, fun person. So, only use me Blade from the iPhone. Peace and butt grease.
It's all up to you. Complete the mission. We're lost, but it's not over yet. Get ready for the next one.
You thought I had the clutch, didn't you? Didn't you? You know why? It's because I showed it in a clutch situation. So naturally, you would think I got the clutch, but I didn't. Did I troll you? No. It's just, that was pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little moment, and I want to share it with you. And during that moment, let me put you in the mind of Blade for a second. During that moment, I was like, man, this is the most serious thing in the world right now. Like, Dominican Poison could have gave me a call. Says, I want to suck your dong. And I'd be like, not right now, Dominican. Miss Izzy. I love Miss Izzy so much. Oh my god. Anyways, but during that moment it was serious, and I've come to realize that it's impossible to convey sarcasm over the internet. I think that the sarcasm meter just doesn't work for a lot of online people. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because obviously I get mad when people do a lot of trolling, because it's one of those things where just like, well, fuck you. Why am I supposed to know what you mean when you do the opposite kind of thing? So I get it. And I don't know. Like, I do take certain moments like that, like a little clutch moment. I do lose myself every once in a while in the game of Call of Duty. But as far as the YouTube stuff and the Twitter stuff, I can't do it full time. That's why I work. Like, a lot of people ask me, they're like, Blade, why do you work at a bar? Like, you probably don't make that much money, and you're supposed to make all this YouTube money from doing videos. And it's like, yeah, I do make some pretty cool coin from YouTube, but I'm also saving it, and also I have no idea how long this dream's gonna last, because honestly, this is a dream to be able to make a YouTube videos and to get paid for it. But I'm trying not to fuck it up. I'm trying to basically pay my bills and to have myself a little nest egg. So, but I can't do it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I can't. I've done it before. There was like a little bit of time in between side jobs that I've had, and it just makes you go nutty. Like, if this YouTube thing and playing Call of Duty is the only thing you have, that's kind of a sad little existence. I'm sorry. Not saying that anybody that does, they don't love it or whatever, but like for me, this is just me speaking personally. For me, I can't do it. I have to have something else. I have to have relationships with people. I have to have things, other obligations besides just getting up and playing Call of Duty. And, you know, I just feel like for my own sanctity and my own health, I have to just do it that way. So that's why I work as a bouncer. I work Fridays and Saturday nights. And I don't know, I always, like, I used to do the whole chill Sunday commentary thing, but I haven't really been too chill on Sundays because I'm pretty exhausted from the work. So I don't know, when it's appropriate for me to do a Sunday chill commentary, I'll do one, but I don't really want to force it. And speaking about like the whole sarcasm is broke thing on the internet, there was this big commotion between Woody and obviously Jesus. And I'm not going to get into that because that's between them and Woody subs and, you know, all, and obviously Jesus' people and this and that. But I found it kind of funny, and so did my boy Thunder Toro. So Thunder Toro he's on Twitter, and he was just like saying, man, I noticed, you know, he said that he noticed that, you know, calling out other commentators, because obviously Jesus got a big push because he called out Woody's gamer tag. And we don't know if that's the entire intention. But, you know, so Thunder's my boy. He was joking. He says, you know, who should I beef with? And I told him, I was like, fuck it. I can't believe I missed that guy with a throwing knife. I was like, fuck it. I'll beef with you. And so Thunder threw a little hate beef my way, and I threw a hate beef his way. And it's all in good fun. And we went back and forth about 7 or 8 times. And Twitter said that I was blocked. I was like, oh, that's weak. So, you know, then I basically came out with the tweet saying, hey, we're friends, we're cool, like, come on now. And it was really funny because I actually tweeted at Ronaldinho, and I was like, Ron, man, you should make a video about this, because he made a video, and all the video is just showing the tweets back and forth between obviously Jesus and Woody's gamer tag, and he played like epic music. And so I was like, Ron, you should do that. He's like, dude, get out of my brain, I'm already doing it. And so Ron put up a video, so I'm going to link that for you in the description. I'm going to link Thunder's page because I love him. And also, there's still a lot of people that think that Thunder and I are still beefing, and it's just like, I'll make this promise to you right now. If I ever have it, I'm not going to have an issue with anybody because I don't take this YouTube that seriously. But if I ever do have an issue with another commentator or anybody on YouTube, I'm not going to make a video about it. I'll get on Skype and talk to him about it, you know? So if you ever see, like, a commentator or anybody, like, publicly call me out or something like that, just realize it's one of two things. A, I don't give a shit. And B, if I did give a shit for whatever reason, probably won't happen, but if I ever really did care, I'll talk to him on Skype about it. So hope more people would be like that. I don't know. And then also, Hazard Cinema posted the top place. So now that you've gotten the joy of watching the Only Use Me Blade video, and you know that you like me, and you know that I'm your favorite, subliminal. After this, you can go check out the Hazard Cinema top 10 plays. It's not of just Modern Warfare 3, it's of all the CODs, and it's a good one. I haven't done them in a while, so I'm going to provide a link to that in the description. And that's pretty much about it. The gameplay that I'm presenting, which is probably about over by now, is a really sexy search and destroy from the same lobby when I did the Treat Community Managers Better video. And yeah, so that's pretty much about it. Oh, also, Gotham City Imposters is fun as shit. Like, this is the way I knew that it was fun. When I was playing it, I looked down and realized it wasn't recording. There's no theater mode. And I still didn't care because I was actually having a good, fun time enjoying the game. And you guys want to see some shooting gameplay or some knifing game? Knifing's kind of hard in there, but whatever. I'm Only Use You Blade. Check out the links below. Love your faces. And peace and butt grease. And you know what? I think I'm going to throw on a little extra. Give snipers their own lobbies. Buff extreme conditioning. Okay, bye.
I am straight, just because you may read this going, Blade, are you going to go gay just to get that YouTube money? No. I'm straight, just got to preface that. I'm not homophobe. I'm not scared of homosexuals. If you want to be homosexual, or I don't think it's a choice, but if you are, more power to you. This isn't bashing gay people. This is just an interesting, weird thought that I had going through my head. So, Scott Kim Martin is my roommate, and he knows about all the inner workings of YouTube and all the channels, and he's had a channel since like YouTube started, and he knows about all these channels with a bazillion subs, and sometimes he looks at me crazy because I don't know a certain channel that he's like, what? That channel has 1 million subs. You don't know them? And I'm just like, I don't know them. I don't care. And I purposely do that just so I stay disconnected from it, so I can just do me. I just worry about doing me. And I was thinking about it, and he was showing me all these channels, and one common thing that I noticed is that if you kind of act fruity, like a Shane Dawson kind of thing, or there's other like the whole, I met D Treats through the dance on thing, but him and Niga Higa, those are cool dudes, but they have like this like playful, I'm gay for comedy, but I'm not really gay kind of thing going on. And Scott was just telling me, he's just like, yeah, dude, the fucking secret to success on YouTube is to be Asian, or to be gay, or to be both, and funny. And I'm like, well, I got the funny part down, but like I can't be Asian, and I'm not gay. And it got me thinking. I was like, I'm not gonna expose anybody, but like, there are a lot of people on YouTube that I've met that do some pretty shady shit where it's a corruption of you, but they literally change that way to get views. I know people that hate the game Minecraft, but they play Minecraft because they know it generates views. And I thought, man, it would be crazy if they did like a true Hollywood story on YouTube celebrities or stars or whatever, and come to find out that someone faked being gay on YouTube solely for the purpose of getting views. Wrap your head around that for a second. Imagine, could you act gay? Like, let's say you had the opportunity to make a lot of money on YouTube, right? And all you had to do was just act super fruity. And so the people in the YouTube world thought that you were homosexual. There's nothing wrong with being a homosexual. But you literally acted so fake like that in order to get YouTube views and YouTube money. Think about that for a second. That's a crazy concept. And I see the way that, because money's involved with YouTube, how people aren't really themselves. Like, if you're really yourself and you're really honest, you tend to get criticized a lot. And I don't know, it's just kind of a crazy concept. And I want you guys to like remember this commentary, because I guarantee you in a couple of years there's going to be some kind of scandal. It's going to be bigger than the G Unit scandal, where there's going to be a gay YouTube personality that really wasn't gay and was doing it all for the YouTube money. For the love of YouTube money. Bone Thugs and Harmony reference. Only Blade. That was ridiculous. Peace and buckeries.
What's up, guys? Only Blade, and I have got for you a Black Ops game. And I'm really frustrated I didn't put this up when I got it, because I was really pumped and really happy about it. But, you know, whatever. I think I get like 2 Blackbirds, and I was just like, at the time of me getting this game, the only thing I was thinking about was stabbing people in the Call of Duty of Black Ops. And that's what made it so awesomely great. Man, I am trying to hold on to my sanity, man. Like, I think that the best thing that me personally I could do when I talk about stuff like this, it's not me telling you what to do. It's me letting you know what I'm doing, and you could just take it off of like my experiences or my point of views, because I don't want to like give you guys advice or whatever. And if you guys are looking for that for me, don't. because all I know is how to do me, and I can't tell you how to do you. See what I'm saying? But I can give you my point of view on stuff, and then maybe you can, you can pick and choose what will apply to your ongoings of you becoming a better person, if that's what you're into. The reason why I say that is because, like, I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't have all the answers. I do have some experience, but I don't want to ever come across like this is how you should do things. You know what I mean? Because that's stupid. You know, like you might hear 1,000 things, and you pick out. Sometimes you only pick out the top 5 things that either make sense to you or things that you want to hear. Like, have you ever had a dilemma and you're asking people for advice, and you ask 10 people, and 9 of those 10 people tell you it's a bad idea, but then there's that one person that tells it's a good idea, and you listen to that one person? So you weren't really even trying to get their advice. What you're trying to do is you were trying to hear what you wanted to hear. I don't know. It's really interesting because I've heard some pretty smart stuff. I've heard some pretty intelligent people, and I've heard some dumbasses. And I think that as awesome or as fucking Chuck Norrisy you can be, things from the outside world do affect your general makeup. See what I'm saying? But then there's sometimes when you'll hear something and you'll be like, that is just dumb. Do I even want to entertain this person by listening to what they have to say? And a lot of times people will take that as closed-mindedness. A lot of times you'll tell someone, hey, you need to stop doing this. Be like, oh, fuck you, you're a hater. It's like, all right, so is everyone a hater? And you are just a savant? Like, I hate that idea. This is true. Like, a lot of geniuses, like a lot of really smart people, a lot of people that, society and the world or whatever, we kind of take, and when they're gone, when they're passed on or whatever, we go, oh, we made fun of them when they were here, but now that they're gone, man, that shit was really deep. And I think that there's some people that are stupid and some people that aren't deep, that think that have heard that one thing and go, oh, all the stupid douchebaggerish things I do, now it's okay because, like, later on they're going to love me. It's like, no, dude, no, you're just dumb. Woody's Gamertag did a video, and I support Woody. I'm a friend of his. I consider him one of my coworkers in this world of YouTube or whatever. He did a video where he was just like, what do you say, that the people were 9% gay or something like that, or 5% gay. Like, everyone's a little bit gay, and I'm just like, no, not really, dude. Sorry, can't co-sign on that one, buddy. And the thing was, for a second there, I was like, okay, let's listen to this dumb shit. And I listened to it, and I was like, nope, that's retarded. And I was proud of myself, because even though some people might go, oh, you're closed-minded, Blade, it's like, no, it's not that. It's just like, I think I'm pretty smart, and when I can listen to somebody. And just because Woody's Gamertag was wrong with that statement doesn't mean that he's a bad person. It just means he just made a statement that I didn't agree with. Just because that's just not, that it doesn't quite compute. And I think that some people confuse the closed-mindedness with the fact that, no, we have a pretty decent sense of reality and a decent grasp on stuff. And, yeah. My recorder's messing up, guys, so I'm going to do a week of vintage videos with new commentaries over. You're going to love them, only if you play. Bye!
Search and destroy.
One time, my cousin
Clear
and I
the
touched
objective.
wieners.
What's up, guys? Only Using Blade, and we're playing some Search and Destroy, and I'm gonna aggressively rush and stab people in the face in a quick 4-0 route. My last video was a very, very intense, close, laid out in the battlefield. This game was, these kids wanted to hang out in their spawn, so I went to their spawn and stabbed them in the face. So that's just kind of what to expect. Last night I did the Bad Kid Podcast. The Bad Kid Podcast is a channel where I'm a part of, and we do in real life stuff, and we do, sometimes we do Google Hangouts, like podcast style. And last night our little world erupted because of the I Fly and I and Lefty controversy. Raw Instinct came out the woodwork on 12/12/12. It was madness, and it's just kind of like, it reminded me of high school. Honestly, like when something happened in high school, everyone in the high school talked about it. And I started looking at a lot of similarities between how we behave on YouTube, how we behave on Call of Duty, and how we behaved back in high school. Very, very cliquish, okay? On YouTube, you have like the popular kids, and then you have the not so popular kids. You also have the noobs that aren't even like trying to be in the race to be cool because they have bad teeth and they smell and they got dirty clothes because their parents are poor, because they're probably alcoholics. So those people don't matter. And then you got like the popular kids, you got the good looking kids, you got like the jocks, you got the pranksters, the people that just prank people, and all those things can be comparative to YouTube if you really think about it. Like, you know, and also it's very, very cliquey. Like, you ever notice like people kind of run in packs, you know what I mean? Like they just kind of run packs in parties and stuff like that. And it's really, really silly and stupid to me. Not silly and stupid. It's just like, obviously you're gonna have friends. You're gonna want to hang out with like-minded people. For whatever reason, I get along better with people that play Search and Destroy than people that play Kill Confirmed. I know it's a little silly. Get skewered. I know it's a little silly and a little hard to understand, but like I like the like-mindedness. But I'm cool with everybody. And then this guy, hey, listen, bro. Okay, so there is this weird thing going around where noobs think that they can be like a little portable sentry gun and they just need to post up and they can't like move and shoot. And also, I'm no architect, but I think that little pillar and that wall right there are doing just fine. You don't need to hold it up. Like, imagine just walking away, letting your shoulders off of it. It's still going to be standing. I'm cool with everybody on YouTube. I try to stay disconnected from it because I feel, and it's nothing against anybody else, but I try to stay disconnected from other commentators. Like, I'm cool with them, but I'm cool with them in like a coworker sense. But I think that sometimes it kind of kills creativity, except for like a couple people that I actually really enjoy watching. But for the most part, I try to stay away from it. But I'm cool with everybody, except for like maybe one fucking asshole I don't like. But, you know, you're always going to have that one asshole you don't like. It's not UsTube, it's YouTube. And one of my favorite YouTubers just always does it solo and he's successful. So like a lot of times, go ahead and catch that. A lot of times people want to think that in order to get big on YouTube, you need to like ride the coattails of somebody else. Or, and not saying that I haven't gotten to where I'm at without some assistance, but I do feel that at the core it's YouTube, and you know, my advice is to be you. And also you have to realize maybe you suck. That's why people don't like you. Peace of buckers.
Spy plane ready for deployment.
That's what I call montage moment. Originally, Call of Duty videos were all about montage moments or montages. You actually take the clips and then you edit them a little bit. People did it their own style, whatever. But for the most part, it's clips, some music, so the viewer can watch the final product, which is people doing well in a video game. Because we all have this like little tiny celebration of doing awesome, you know? So that's what it is. It's like a little highlight reel, and that's what it was about. And then what happened is stupid troll dude came along. It was like, this is shit. I'm like, why are you attacking what he's doing? Like, I never understood the whole attacking what people are doing, and not there's a difference between constructive criticism and attacking. But you know, a lot of times on YouTube, people just attack. And I've learned to, I literally, like, my brain just skips over that. Like, if you write a hateful comment, I'm just like, all right, you're a loser. Just, you know what I mean? I just skip over, and that's just something I've brought up with because I don't care. You know, like, there's never been an issue where someone's made a comment and I've wanted to, you know, besides just like delete the comment if it's like really fucked up. But you know, besides that, who cares? But it started with montages, and then there was some fucking stupid troll out there that said, hey, I could spin around and shoot in the air all day long. Show me a full gameplay, then you'll have my respect. And I'm assuming that's how it went down. I have no idea. This is just I'm assuming this is what double tomahawk. Just assuming that's how it went down, and people started putting out full gameplay videos. And then people started commentating them. And then it fucking snowballed into some crazy shit. For me, I never went at this like it was a job. I just got lucky. A lot of times people ask me for tips on how to be successful on YouTube. Be yourself and be lucky. So, I mean, I was just at the right place, right time. Because if I were to start it now, there's no way. There's no way. There'd be no reason to start it now. There's a fucking million people posting up videos of them doing better at Call of Duty than I can. I'm not the greatest Call of Duty player in the world. I'm not. I think I'm a decent knifer, and I think that through repetition, I've got that skill set pretty much down. But there's better people that do knife only than me. Shit. So I'm just not. If I were to start now, I wouldn't. But here's the position I'm in, and it's actually a pretty awesome position. I got you guys. I got the people that like to watch my videos. I understand that there are some people that like my videos for me. There's some people that, if you like it just for the gameplay, you're going to be like, you're not going to really be too happy with my videos, because like sometimes like I run into walls and shit, and if you want to get super technical about the gameplay, I actually find that part of it funny. Like when I do like like, you know, you'll see me do shit like I pull out a jammer and then I don't knife a person because I have the jammer out, or just weird situations like that. Or if you ever seen my shooting videos, I'll always get in this mode. You know that little dance off that you do when you reload the weapon, and then you're like, but I need to do something else. I need to switch to the pistol and shoot this, and I need a knife. And you basically cancel the reload like 3 or 4 times in the whole situation. I don't know. I just find that shit funny. So I'm in this position where I like making videos. I like playing Call of Duty, but I don't have the montage skill set, and the commentaries overshadow the gameplay. Does that make sense? I'm not saying that like, oh my god, I'm the fucking best commentator ever. I'm not. I'm just saying that if I'm talking to you during this little session or whatever, and you're listening, the gameplay is fucking, it's hyper violent, fucking OJ status, fucking me running around stabbing people, and so like Rambo mode. So it's like it's complete polar opposite, and I think that you guys kind of see that. The way that I get out my frustration is through Call of Duty. And so sometimes I get really frustrated because Call of Duty is the thing that frustrates me. Does that make sense? But I'm in one of these positions where I know an XCal or a Fear Crads, and like there's like 5 or 6 guys that put out just beast insane gameplays. Like gameplays where I watch and I'm like, you are definitely better than me. Abso-fucking-lutely. You are better than me. I can't do that. Gee, wow, you know? So that's disheartening. Even though I present me, I present what I have, I think that what I need to present needs to not be video games. Does that make sense? It's just kind of like this epiphany that I've been thinking about, because I love making YouTube videos. I do. I love making YouTube videos. I love the freedom that having this as a job, or this as my primary source of income, I love the freedom of it. I try to do it double tomahawk. That was filthy. I try to do it the right way. I try to do it my way, but I'm just giving you guys a heads up that I think that it's gonna go away from video games. So just giving you the heads up. Only using Blade. Peace and buggers. Fuck all the dumb shit. What is up, guys? Only use me blade. And Ghost sent me a message. Let me check the message. I check all messages, I read all comments, do all kind of fun stuff. Guys, woo! There has been some commotion. I don't know. I am on a tip where it doesn't really matter. Most people don't really care. So I was playing, like, this is after the Billionaire Challenge draft thing or whatever, and decided to just, you know what, that seemed like a bunch of BS. Let me go play some COD 4. And man, I really do thoroughly enjoy me some COD 4. And I don't know, man. Like I play the Black Ops, and I play the Black Ops a bunch, and like I do have, like, when I do have a good time, I have a great time because it feels like I had to go through a bunch of bad times to get it. But that's just like life. You know what I mean? That's just like, you'll experience the badness and the boring and the blah, blah, blah. And people always go like, oh, this is boring, whatever. It's just like, but life is kind of like, I would rather have it boring than a lot of commotion. You know what I mean? And I would rather have it, I'd rather just kind of do my thing and like not worry about what other people think and this and that, and kind of make your own decisions. And so, I don't know. I decided to play some Call of Duty. And I know that you late night gamers, you late night YouTube checkers, you guys be checking the YouTube and hitting that refresh, and you be seeing, you know, a video or two or whatever, but most of it's like a video was uploaded 8 hours ago. It's not going to fulfill that YouTube needs. So I think it'd be really cool if you guys came here. I don't know, like here's the thing, like, yeah, I get paid off the views, this and that, you know what I mean? But like, the money isn't everything, and the reason why I say that is because you could do like some super cheesy shit and get lots of money, and then you could do it your way and you could still be successful. That's why I want to kind of base what I'm doing off of it. Just you know, just doing me, you know what I mean? Like, another gamer that just does him and never gets involved in controversy and BS and stuff like that is my boy Chris Smooth. It is a new move not to know Chris Smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Like, when you know that it's not going to be about some bullshit or some update or whatever. And, I don't know. Man, this is me just kind of going, whoa. And you know what's crazy? After playing Call of Duty 4 for years, I still, like, know the traffic patterns. And I still know the ins and outs of each level and how I can get in their spawns. And, like, oh, I do the little jump right there. See, oh, there's some people out there. And throw the smokers, get out there. And then there's going to be an ultimate sit-down moment coming up. And then let me just talk about what the sit-down moment is, man. The sit-down moment is when someone is acting outlandish, like this guy. You are out of line, buddy. Sit down. You are in contempt of Call of Duty court. Get the guy. I'm on a nice little 10 killer streak. I'm feeling pretty good. That's one thing I just kind of notice, man. Is sometimes you get a little cocky, whatever, but like, man, what I found about Call of Duty is no one gives a shit. Like, I personally don't want to dictate what a bunch of other people that are trying to fuck my shit up dictate for me. Does that make sense? And what I mean by that is just like, when I'm playing Call of Duty, there's going to be people that don't want me to stab them. They're going to shoot me. And I understand that because I would shoot them if I was in their position. So I just understand, like, in a way, like, we kind of take it like, oh, this fucking hater, he killed me. It's like, I killed him 3 times over. So you have to just realize that, like, that's one of those golden rules of Call of Duty is, like, you know what I mean? Whatever you do to someone else, it's cool when it happens when you do it, but when you do it to someone else, it's not that cool. So, so it's just like, you know, you're going to be perceived as an asshole for whatever you do. Like, you can't please everybody. And I'm like, I've learned that I'm through pleasing everybody because I think I please enough people. Does that make sense? And what I mean by that is, like, I'm not going to put forth the energy to put on a persona, or I can't believe that guy actually stabbed me. I'm not going to put forth the energy to put on a persona to have other people like me, because I'm going to let you know I'm just too lazy for that. I'm too lazy to be what you want me to be. I'm just going to be me, and if you accept me, accept me. If you don't, you don't. There you go. I'm just always just kind of, you know, I don't want to say keep it real, but you know what I mean? Like, there's just, I don't have the energy to try to put on a persona. And the thing with, like, the whole, the Alki David thing and the Billionaire Challenge thing, it's just like, They kind of want us to like put on a keep a persona up, and all I know is just like I felt like I paid my dues and I've just been me, and that's the beautiful part about it. And you guys accept me, and that's what's really cool about it, you know. So I don't know. I just I wish more people would be kind of riding solo because I think it means a lot. Like I've talked to some YouTubers, and most YouTubers watch other YouTubers. But then I've talked to some of the really good YouTubers. I talked to them, and they're like, "Nah, haven't seen it. Nah, haven't seen it. Haven't seen it." They're not up to date on the current, like they're not up to date on the current shit, right? And that sounds like that's a bad thing, but it's not, because if you here's the thing, other people make videos about other people or a promoter in the Billionaire Challenge or this or that, and it's just like you are giving your opinions on what another person does, and if someone comes to me and hates on me, I'm not gonna fucking care, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna worry about what would make my videos better. Like I actually have some pretty fucking gnarly ideas for videos. And the thing is that, yeah, there's lots of drama in the YouTube community, but that bores me. I think that bores most people. The 10%ers, there's a group of people, the 10%ers, that really are passionate about it. You know what I mean? But that doesn't account for everything. Like when I hear, so what I'm just saying is you have to kind of keep a perspective on it. Like what a lot of people think is a big deal, most people don't. If you stub your toe, you're in your world, that is the number one priority. But I don't care if you stubbed your toe. Actually, I do care, because like stubbing your toe hurts. But you know what I mean? Like you kind of have to put things in perspective. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I did this commentary a bunch of times, then I just kind of took a step back and said, no, because the perspective, like you have to realize that this is gonna be there. And so like a lot of times people will kind of treat these videos like Facebook updates, and it's like, that's cool, but the thing is that this might be, like right now, this video right here might be the first video that a person that happens to watch my videos for a long time after this will watch. And so why would they care about the on day-to-day goings? So I'm tired of the Facebook updates. You know what I mean? Like just kind of be you and just have a discussion. You know what I mean? Like what I mean by that is just, I think I'm a very, very good at having one-way discussions with the people that watch my videos. And hope you guys enjoy. This is a close game. And some nice streaks. It's Call of Duty 4. Just had a good feeling about it. So hope you guys enjoyed. Peace and butt grease.
Filming a promo for the club, and literally every single person in there is a lady. No dudes allowed. We're the only two dudes besides the bartenders that are in the club. I'm in heaven. The ratio is amazing.
That No Shave November, that thing is just coming in nice and thick. Golly. What's up, guys? So, based off the thumbnail, you can base off the title, I literally went to a nightclub tonight where there was 300 girls, and literally myself and my roommate Scott were the only two dudes in there except for like the bartenders. 300 horny ass chicks, sit down, horny ass chicks for, let me just kind of explain how it works out. So Scott basically gets in contact with the nightclub, and he, you know, as freelance work, he goes over there and he just shoots some footage for events, right? And so I'm like half sick. I don't feel good. I'm a little depressed because I'm in Buffalo and I fucking hate it here. There's nothing but fat chicks and chicken wings, and it's cold, and I made a big mistake. I wish I was going to go back to Seattle, and I am going back to Seattle. That's for a later time. Catch that right to the gut. Anyways, so he's like, you know, hey, can you give me a ride down there? And I was like, dude, I don't even really want to go. Like, you can just borrow my car. But I was like, fuck it, let's get out of the house. I've been staying in the house too much. Let's go. Let's go shoot some footage for the club. Be there for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, get the footage and go. Just figure, just simple and easy, right? So we get there and find out what it is that they're doing like this Magic Mike type of show. And so they didn't allow dudes in at all. So it's 300 horny ass chicks. And chicks, for some reason, when they get together, they cycle up, and all these broads were drunk and horny, and there was 300 of them. And I haven't even ever dreamt of a situation like that. That's how awesome it was. I'm gonna equate it to Call of Duty, okay? So I play Call of Duty. I like playing Call of Duty, double sit down, and you get shit on too. I play Call of Duty, and one thing that I do love is when you get into those magic lobbies, when you get into those easy mode lobbies where the connection's beautiful, and you're playing against tards, and there's no tryhards, and your teammates, they suck, but they're not really hurting you, and it's just, that's when you get these amazing, ridiculous gameplays. That's how I got my 40 kill gameplays on Black Ops 1. And this lobby, these kids were fucking horrible. The daytime people are bad, and I really got to get in the habit. That's why I sleep in my sleep schedule, because like I need to get in the habit of playing during the day. Anyways, that's what this was, but it was in real life. Because here's the thing, like if you're out in like a club or whatever, right? Typically it's like 1-to-1, right? And it's really cool when there's more girls than there is dudes. But in a hyper exaggerated form, this was 300, I'm not joking, 300 super horny chicks drinking, all getting riled up for this like Magic Mike style show. And I just got lucky because I went with Scott, and we were the only two dudes out there. And the girls were looking at us like, how are you allowed in here? I thought no dudes were allowed in here. Like, hey, we're filming a show. We're filming footage for a promo for the bar. And it's really easy to talk to large groups of females at once when you have no cock-blocking ass dudes there. Like the Sausage Fest. We all know about the Sausage Fest. But then what happens, just like it happens in these Call of Duty games when you're playing against nothing but noobs, it gets to that point. So basically, after the show was done, it got to the point where a lot of the girls left, and then they opened up the doors for the dudes to come in. So now these fucking cock-blocking dudes, these tryhards come in there, and a lot of the girls left, and then it's just a normal, everyday bar scene, and not my fucking cup of tea anymore. But for those, like, 2 hours, when I was, basically, every time I had a conversation, it was with, like, 8 super horny chicks. It was awesome. And I really wish that there was a way that I could, like, put you in my position to experience that, because it was fucking surreal. And it was that pick-me-up that I needed, because I've been, like, kind of down lately, like, you know, playing too much Call of Duty, and I'm over the whole fucking drinking thing, and getting sick, and I was just down, and then I experienced that amazing magic lobby in real life, though, not just Call of Duty stat. And thanks for fucking up the gameplay, buddy. But this is a half a domination game. After this, the tryhards came, and we still won. But I like how the domination games are set up in halves, because they make for really easy to do commentaries. So, Only As We Blade. Peace. What's up, guys? Only As We Blade. I went to the dance song competition. The way it works is like Dancing with the Stars, but instead of stars, they use us YouTube peoples. Anyways, so I went over there. Shut the fuck up. I went over there and I danced my little heart off, and it was amazing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link you to the video, the actual performance from the first round. Now the way it works is I need your votes. I never ask you to like, comment, subscribe, do any of that stuff. What I am asking you to do is, if you have it in your soul, go over to the video I'm about to link in the description. It's my dance performance from the first round. If I get enough votes, I can go on to the second round and possibly win this for all of gamers. So let me just quickly kind of run down some of the people that I'm worried about. Prank versus Prank, they got a huge following, and all the performances were good. There wasn't a bad performance. Hannah Minx had her titties all bouncing, flopping out of her turtleneck, and it was amazing. But I don't want you to vote for her. I want you to vote for me. Alpha Cat, I got to meet him when I was over in LA, and his dance routine was amazing. He's actually a phenomenal dancer. But of all these people, I think you guys should vote for me. If you're a commentator with 1 sub or 1,000,000 subs, if you guys want to help me out with this, that would be amazing. Look at the dogs. How can you say no to that? Look at me. Now go vote for me. Now when you go over to the video, it's not liking the video like a thumbs up. What you do is look in the upper portion of the screen, and when you're there, there's going to be a thing to say vote, to say vote. Just do me a favor, go over there and vote, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated on my progress in Dance On.
Only use me blade. Peace and butt grease, and get that cute little puppy.
Hey!
Hey! Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. Aww. Fun for me. You can see me dancing, flipping.
How can you get mad at that?
You're ruining it. The way Dance On works, it's 12 YouTubers. Shut your fucking mouth. It's 12 YouTubers. I was one of them. It's like dancing. God damn it. What's up, guys? Fuck!
Just go.
Okay. What's up, guys? Only use me played. God damn it. It's cracking me up. Stop.
Stop being dogs!